The sky above Earth was a swirling inferno of ash and despair. Dr. Elena Voss, a brilliant scientist specializing in quantum physics, sat in her underground lab, surrounded by the chaos of a world collapsing. The planet's ecosystems had failed. Wars raged over dwindling resources. Humanity's last hope rested on Elena's radical experiment, a portal to a parallel universe. For years, she had worked in secrecy, perfecting the interdimensional resonator, a machine capable of bridging worlds. Now it was her lifeboat. Alone, with only a small backpack of supplies and her AI companion, Kal, she prepared to step through the portal. "Earth is beyond saving," she whispered, her voice trembling. "But maybe I can make a difference somewhere else." The machine roared to life, its rings spinning faster until a shimmering gateway appeared. With a deep breath, Elena stepped through. On the other side, Elena found herself in a world eerily similar to Earth, a mirror image of her home planet, but untouched by the destruction she had left behind. Lush green forests stretched for miles, and the air was crisp and clean. Yet, something was wrong. As she explored the new world, she encountered a bustling city where people wore masks and moved hurriedly. The streets were lined with posters warning of the Crimson Plague, a deadly epidemic sweeping through the population. Elena's heart sank. "Kal," she said, activating her AI. "Analyze this. What do we know about the Crimson Plague?" Kal's voice was calm yet concerned. "Symptoms include high fever, crimson skin blotches, and respiratory failure. Fatality rate, 90%. No known cure." Elena realized this world was on the brink of its own collapse. She had left one disaster only to walk into another. But she was a scientist, and if there was one thing she knew how to do, it was fight for survival. Elena set up a lab in an abandoned research facility, scavenging equipment and supplies. She worked tirelessly, studying the pathogen, its structure, and its origin. Days turned into weeks, and her determination only grew. The virus, she discovered, had mutated from a naturally occurring strain, exacerbated by unregulated experiments conducted in secret by a powerful pharmaceutical corporation. Armed with this knowledge, Elena devised a plan. Using the DNA of a rare flower she found in the nearby forests, one with natural antiviral properties, Elena began developing a potential cure. But time was running out. The Crimson Plague spread faster than she could work. One night, while deep in her research, Elena heard a knock at the door. It was a young girl named Amara, no older than 10, with crimson blotches already visible on her skin. "Please," Amara whispered, her voice weak, "help me." Elena's heart broke. The girl reminded her of her own niece, whom she had lost on Earth. She vowed not to let history repeat itself. "Come in," Elena said gently. "I'll do everything I can." Amara became Elena's first patient. The cure was still untested, but there was no time to waste. Elena administered the serum, her hands shaking with both fear and hope. Days later, Amara woke up, her blotches fading and her strength returning. The cure worked. Word spread quickly, and soon, people from all over the city came to Elena for help. But the pharmaceutical corporation, desperate to protect its profits, saw her as a threat. They sent agents to destroy her lab and silence her. Elena refused to back down. She had saved Amara, and she could save the rest of this world too. With the help of the locals, she moved her operations underground, distributing the cure in secret while evading the corporation's forces. Months later, the epidemic was finally under control. Elena's cure had reached millions, and the Crimson Plague was no longer a death sentence. The people of this world hailed her as a hero. But Elena knew her work wasn't done. This parallel Earth had taught her that even in the face of disaster, hope could be found in science, compassion, and resilience. Standing on a hill overlooking the city, now alive with laughter and life, Elena whispered to herself, "I couldn't save my world, but I saved this one." With that, she turned and walked back to her lab, ready to face whatever challenges the future might hold.